Welcome back to the Ed Show. More on the GOP debate, beginning with a quick fact check. Herman Cain said his 999 plan would help bring down deficits and debt.
We must grow this economy with a bold solution, which is why I have proposed 999, and at the same time get serious about not creating annual deficits so we can bring down the national debt.
All right, well, let's hold the phone on that one. An analysis by Think Progress found that Herman Cain's 999 plan would create the largest deficit since World War II. And even one of tonight's moderators said a Bloomberg analysis disputes the claim by Herman Cain. Well, the pizza man said the analysis was inaccurate. Newt Gingrich actually revived Sarah Palin's claim about death panels.
I think, candidly, Governor Palin got attacked unfairly for describing what would, in effect, be death panels.
PolitiFact called death panels the lie of the year in 2009. And, of course, Newtster missed the memo. No version of that Affordable Health Care Act would have created death panels. It was always a lie and still is. And John Huntsman talked about an army of new IRS agents because of the Affordable Health Care Act.
The mandate will be in place. The IRS is already planning on 19,500 new employees to administer that mandate.
Are you sure it's that many? But factcheck.org dealt with a similar claim long ago and determined it was false. The Affordable Health Care Act requires the IRS to give tax credits, not collect penalties. The IRS may or may not need to hire new employees to administer the Affordable Health Care Act. Rick Perry says President Obama has overtaxed.
You have a president who does not understand how to create wealth. He has overtaxed.
Well, President Obama has cut taxes. He has not raised them. Unless, of course, you smoke. Then the taxes have gone up there. I don't smoke, so I don't care. Let's bring in MSNBC political analyst and Bloomberg View columnist Jonathan Alter and MSNBC contributor Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Here's overall impressions first. Let's get overall impressions. Jonathan, what'd you think?
I think it was another crank show. I mean, these guys are so far right, they're right out of the mainstream of this country, you know, with the exception of Mitt Romney, who is slick enough that he just kicks it in almost all of these debates. They didn't really lay a glove on him tonight. He's going to be a tough competitor for President Obama should he go on to win this nomination, as looks likely at this point, except he did one thing tonight, Ed, that I think will come back to haunt him. He went after the assistance that the U.S. government provided Chrysler and GM.
Yeah.
And he can kiss Michigan goodbye because that bailout of the auto industry worked. It saved hundreds of thousands of jobs, and he's not going to be able to defend that statement. He gave the Obama campaign a nice piece of tape, but I think that that's the only thing that'll have any lasting effect from this debate, which was mostly about Herman Cain.
Imogen, your overall impressions tonight. Who won, who lost?
Well, this is it. We've obviously lost Christie, we've lost Palin. And you look at it and you just think, really, is this the best the Republican Party can come up with to lead the free world? I think Romney absolutely won tonight, but he did wobble. I did not like his answers on the Eurozone. Great big question mark there. I mean, our country's too big to fail. That wasn't very clear at all. Perry, I think, is out of it now. He was certainly wobbling over Reagan. Cain was beaten up tonight. He really was the punching bag, and he's shown himself as pretty inadequate. Bachmann, again, it's very sad. The next leader of the free world will not be a woman, she's out of it. So it was sad to see tonight, I have to say.
Here's Bachmann talking about Ronald Reagan again. Here it is.
In the 1980s, Ronald Reagan produced an economic miracle. And while all of us were wishing and yearning for a third term for Ronald Reagan, Governor Perry, you were campaigning and co-chairing Al Gore's election campaign for President of the United States. You went on to increase spending in Texas by over 50%, and you financed that spending by increasing bond debt by over 137%. That's exactly exactly what Barack Obama has been doing, increasing debt by trillions of dollars. How can we trust you to not go down the Obama way and overspend and pay for that spending with indebtedness?
But Reagan also created record deficits for that time, and he raised taxes as well, in part to try to get this huge deficit down at the time. So there really was no new revelation with any of these candidates tonight. Was there, Jonathan, other than what you had mentioned previously about Mitt Romney stubbing his toe?
No, I don't think there was too much that was dramatically new. But, we did see more evidence of the kind of games that they play. Bachmann, the most interesting exchange involving Bachmann, I think, was when Mitt Romney was offered an opportunity to ask her a question. Everybody else asked a tough question of one of their rivals. Mitt Romney offered her a real softball. He was pandering in a really transparent way, trying to get some of those social conservatives who he knows distrust him. So, each of these candidates had some kind of an agenda. Perry seemed kind of low energy again. He didn't, completely stink up the joint the way he had the last time and fall on his face, but he also didn't do himself any good. I think people who wrote him off at this point, though, are being premature because, Ed, you know this, the process does not allow a static campaign. There will have to be some kind of rival to Romney who will emerge. So Perry will get another look. He will have other debates to get back into this, and we shouldn't assume right now that it's over.
Imogen, what did you think of Rick Perry's performance tonight? Certainly it was a lot smoother than the last time, and it seemed to me that he wasn't going to get too detailed. He was very bullet pointish tonight.
Well, yes, but the detail was part of the problem. He sort of this is all about the economy tonight, but he put his economic plan for later, for the next few days. I think he actually looked quite small and pretty scared, actually, when the Reagan clip was played. I think moving forward, it's going to be tremendously interesting to see who is going to be up against Romney. Romney is obviously the default candidate at the moment, but the Republicans, when they go for the default candidate, it doesn't always work. Look at Bob Dole and also, obviously, look at John McCain.
And Imogen, we have seen these protests, 99%. There wasn't much reference about the 99%ers tonight, these protesters. And I thought that they would have been able to reshape their position with the middle class as a party and as candidates if they had addressed that tonight, and they didn't. What do you make of it?
You would hope so, but I think they're also scared of them. They don't know what to make of them yet. They don't know whether they're blaming Obama. So we're all playing it safe tonight.
Okay. Great to have both of you with us tonight. I appreciate it. Jonathan Alter and Imogen Lloyd-Webber, first with us here on The Ed Show. Thanks so much. The kids on Fox and Friends are still saying 47% of Americans don't pay taxes, and it's still a flat-out lie. They're going to the zone where they belong. Another national security victory for the Obama administration today. It will keep us all safer. And if you think he's getting any credit from Republicans, well, think again.